Okay, this is the second time I've tried recording this. I thought that I would do this as some sort of like clips of audio, but I think this is just going to be a tangent off the dome. It's 3 a.m. and I don't feel like editing the audio too much. I'm compiling the videos right now in Clipchamp of win compilation of me playing the Boros deck in Magic the Gathering. So that's what you'll see in the video. But I figured for the duration of this, I'll just like rant. I've seen videos where other people rant over gameplay footage. I don't know if I have anything interesting to say about card games or anything like that, but I just kind of want to put myself out there and, you know, maybe get some stuff off my mind. I don't know. I'm trying to like fill up the void of silence because I'm new to this whole recording thing. I've wanted to live stream this gameplay, but I was playing Magic the Gathering online, and that client is much less powerful and takes much less of the memory of my computer up because the graphics suck and the game in general sucks on there. So yeah, I was able to stream that fine, but when I switched over to Arena, the graphic difference, it's really like fucking up OBS. So I can't like simultaneously live stream and record. Every time I try and live stream my game content on OBS, it starts to crash when I'm playing Arena. So I decided to save myself some embarrassment and maybe just make some YouTube clips of gameplay for now until I figure that out. And yes, feel free to make fun of me all that you want. My laptop does suck. My laptop's a Lenovo. I just bought it because I'm familiar with it. I don't know why I do that. I'm stuck with it for another 3 to 4 years. I do plan on upgrading soon, but I just need to get some other things in order. It's not on the top of my list of priorities to spend money on, to be honest. I need to recuperate my funds that I just spent on Magic the Gathering. I spent a good amount of money trying to play Magic the Gathering online because I thought it would be better if I could just buy individual cards and then potentially sell them back. But that might not have been intelligent. Now I'm stuck with a bunch of digital assets that I don't really want. I can sell them all back, I know, but it's just a headache, you know. It's just a headache. And the competition on Magic the Gathering Online, those kids really sweat the game a lot, and it's also not free to play. Like, the tournaments are each $10 each for each entry, as opposed to Arena, where, you know, you can pay gems to fast track your entry into the tournaments from what I read, but you can also just kind of grind your way there, like in Hearthstone. Have I talked about Hearthstone in this recording? I don't think I have. I'm a former Hearthstone player. I've been playing card games since I was 7 years old, and I started out with Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been saying that I've been playing card games since I've been 7 years old thing so much, but I feel like it's like my tagline at this point. It's getting so cheesy. Anyway, I started out with Yu-Gi-Oh! Really liked the TV show. I did read the original comics when I was a teenager, and I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Basically watched up until Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and then I kind of fell off after that. Since then, since high school, like right as I left high school, Hearthstone was starting to become popular, and one of my friends introduced me to that. So I thought it would be really cool to like play that game on like tablets and stuff. So I remember setting up like my freshman dorm room for playing Hearthstone. I got really into that game, and I should have been live streaming my gaming this whole time, is what I've been realizing. Like, my life could have gone a lot differently if I just decided to put myself out there, as I had gone through all the stuff that I was going through. Or even, not even that, like, I didn't even have to, like, put myself out there as I was going through, like, dramatic moments of my life. I just needed to put myself out there as I'm doing things that I was, like, wasting time on, and just record it. Because I spent a lot of time playing these games, particularly Hearthstone. That was, like, the only video game I played throughout all of college. and while I was working in biotech. I was playing Fallout. That was probably the last other game that I played, and since then it's basically just been Hearthstone. So yeah, I should have just recorded all that stuff, is what I realize now. I don't know how much better I'd be, or if I would have gotten popular. I don't want to be like a coulda, shoulda, woulda thing. I feel accomplished in other regards. I'm like, oh, I'm not sitting here being like, damn, I wish I did that instead. Like, I feel accomplished as a scientist and in other regards of my life, but in terms of making my life easier for myself, I feel like I could have just been more comfortable and less embarrassed and less worried about people judging me, particularly some of my douchebag friends that I grew up with. So, you know, I needed to kind of step out on my own and not really care what a lot of people were thinking, is what I've realized. And like, I used to be really worried about being embarrassed and getting judged for just putting myself out there. A quick fun fact, if anybody follows the lore of this channel ever, but I did start this channel up when I was like 13 years old, and I made some, no, I was probably like 11 or 12, but anyway, I did start this channel up back then, and I was making some like comedic videos, or at least what I thought was funny way back then, and my videos were terrible, absolutely terrible. I had no video editing skills, and we weren't funny, and we were just like kids trying to have a good time. YouTube was just coming out at the time, so it was like the exciting thing to do. It was like how kids treat TikTok now. But yeah, me and my friends would make videos, and that was a very fun time in my life. I had a good time editing. I learned a lot about computers and internet culture and all that. And then I got into high school, and people started to hear, like, there was a little bit of chatter about my videos getting around there, and I was very like nervous about people finding out about my old videos, especially as I was trying to like leave my nerdy self behind and enter sort of jock territory in high school. So yeah, that was what made me kind of think it was time for a change. So I deleted those videos, and to be honest, I do have them on DVDs and stuff, so they're not gone forever, but I do kind of regret some of that. I have some of my memories in video form, either on my phone or on this channel listed and stuff. But yeah, just some of those memories, you know, you can't get back. You know, so it is kind of sad that I did do that, but probably saved me a lot of embarrassment. I come from a really small town called Hudson. The colors are red and white, ironically the color of this Boros deck that I'm playing in this video. And yeah, I was very worried about the small town embarrassment of my videos getting out there. I was also worried about my friends getting embarrassed too, because I did have some of my friends in there. So I just didn't want anybody to get bullied, particularly me. So I'm not going to say that it was like a selfless act where I was like, no, I'll protect them. But no, it's basically a me thing. I didn't want to get judged. So that's why I did that back then. God, I'm looking at all these video clips. I think I have to rant for 20 minutes right now. And I'm at 9. So, alright, I think I can do that. Maybe I could do this as like a podcast compilation. Maybe that's what I should do with this. Is just put out videos of like 20 or 30 minute gameplay. Just win compilations with a particular deck as I just ramble over that. I don't know, I'm trying to find my niche in content creation. I know this is like a wide swing from my science content that I've been posting. But, you know, I haven't found my niche, I think, and I'm not doing content creation to get rich. I know that I can just do science to make money. I know that I'm a competent scientist, and I can just go back to work and kind of just accept the shitty life if I really want to, and survive and be able to provide for myself and my family and blah, 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 like I did before. But I don't want to do that again. yeah, I really don't want to do that again. Interesting stuff about my career, I guess. I worked, as I've mentioned a couple of times, and if you see my other videos, I worked in biotech for about 4.5 years. I don't know exactly how long it was, but did that, and wow, that was some of the worst shit I've ever done. I have never been unhappier in my entire life during the few years I was working in biotech. Um, you have very little job stability, and even if you do, the job that you do have is boring as fuck. And everybody is nervous and trying to climb over each other and worried about getting fired. And even if you make friends with people, they are probably looking for another job on LinkedIn. I was lucky to hit biotech during the sweet spot of COVID. I'm not saying COVID was a good time for anybody, but it did happen to be a lucrative time to be working in biotech. The company that I was working for in particular was very like pandemic era, so I was able to ride that wave for a couple of years, and then once that started to die down, it was time for me to move on. Um, and I've recently talked to my girlfriend about this. I don't know how much I want to put this out there, but the reason I left biotech, I went on this whole like adventure. I basically like escaped from biotech in my own sort of a way. That was kind of like a movie moment in my life that I don't want to fully talk about right now in this intro video, this first gameplay video that I've ever made. But yeah, I left, and I don't regret anything at all. I don't have any regrets from that time. I actually feel really good about the fact that I went to go see what was out there, even if it ended in not the best results. I didn't do it for Passport Bro reasons. Screw Passport Bros. They kind of ruined the whole thing for me, if I'm being honest. Like, that whole mentality of, like, I need to go to this other country to bang girls kind of ruined the whole thing for me. The people of Thailand, like, expect that from you if you're from the US now. And even if you're, like, going there to legitimately, like, unwind from capitalism or anything like that, which it's may not be the best place to go and do that, but I'm not going to criticize Thailand right now, but I will criticize Passport Bros. That shit is whack, and yeah, people that do that, have fun. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna start internet beef with anybody. I'm just saying my thoughts, but I did have experience with those people, and you did ruin Thailand for me, or at least part of it. I mean, you didn't ruin Thailand for me. What am I saying? I ruined Thailand for myself, but that was part of it. Yeah, and then I don't know what else I'm gonna talk about for the next 7 minutes. I've been trying to figure out this content creation journey. No. I meant focus on the card game. Yeah, I guess I could rant about Hearthstone. I haven't really fully ranted about that. I did mention that I was playing Hearthstone for 10 years. But, yeah, I played Hearthstone all throughout the time I was working in biotech. Horrible. Basically, Hearthstone was my escape. Like, even though I'm good at being a scientist, like, I was good at biotech. And I'm not just saying that because I think I'm good. I actually, like, got recognized and stuff with my jobs and all that. Blah, 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 blah. I don't have a PhD to show for it, but, you know, I was very close to breaking 6 figures, and then I did the whole Thailand adventure thing. So I know I can work, and I'm able to work, and I'm good at what I focus on. But yeah, not Thailand was my escape. Hearthstone was my escape from basically the shitty environment of biotech, and and college basically for like 10 years. Like when I was in college, I was very depressed, hated every second of college basically until the last year. The last year was fun as fuck, I can admit that, but the first 3 years were very tough for me. I suffered from deep depression and mental health issues. Started and I just didn't have anybody to turn to, and I felt like nobody really like wanted to take a break to help me. And you know, depression sucks, man. Like, it's different from being sad, and that's something that I don't think a lot of people get. There's like, oh man, like somebody died that I know, I'm sad. And then there's like, I'm depressed, I feel helpless, I can't do anything. Like there's a whole, it's like a whole different type of despair. Not saying that, you know, I don't know, I'm not gonna retract or walk back that statement at all, but yeah, that's that. And Hearthstone was very fun at first, but I watched firsthand how Hearthstone became pay to win, and that made me very sad over the years. And it reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh, because I also watched Yu-Gi-Oh become pay to win over the years. And I guess, you know, there are cheaper ways to play paper Yu-Gi-Oh and save money. I realize that now that I'm getting into this Magic the Gathering scene and paper Magic the Gathering. But because you can just buy the singles and stuff like that, and even if they're more money, sometimes you're saving money in the long run. It's better than cracking packs. Cracking packs are just for the fun of it, for the lulz. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I'm very stoned. I'm on 500 milligrams right now, so not 500. No, Emmett. Retract that. 250. 250, only 250. Yeah, I just have watched all these card games that I love become pay to win, and I've landed on Magic the Gathering Standard because even though you do have to pay a good amount of money for cards and they do fluctuate and stuff, at least you can update. There's not like a solid metagame that you can't beat, that you need to spend $1,000 just to crack. You need to like hope that Wizards of the Coast releases special card that happens to break the combo and shake up the meta in an old format. So I tried a couple of formats of Magic at this point over the past month. I started with Commander, and I went to a couple of Commander nights, ran into some CDH nerds at both of the events that I went to. No. Yeah, no, I think I just went, I only ran into some CEDH nerds at one event that I went to in some random hick town in Massachusetts. And yeah, I will say that those kids were nerds. Like, those two kids that were playing hardcore were nerdy as fuck. So, like, literally, like, I don't build fives. Or, no, I don't build anything less than a 5. Fucking nerd. Proxy Aztec. Dude, fuck you. Fucking loser. That guy said that he had a girlfriend, too, and I was like, oh my god. That poor woman. That poor, unfortunate woman. He was like, I gotta go, my girlfriend's coming back. Literally, it's like fucking sneaking out to play Magic the Gathering, like he's at the bar or something. That was funny as hell. That's probably been the funniest moment of Magic the Gathering I've had so far. Damn, I wasted some time. I meant that for this rant to be more Hearthstone focused. And now I'm almost at 20 minutes. Damn. Maybe I'll make a part 2. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. This wasn't focused, but I hope anybody who happens to watch this finds this interesting. This is Double T in the morning. Out.